Starting Monday, Jim Cantori joins Sam Champion and Jennifer Delgado on AMHQ.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here, and that's just Sam.
Weekday mornings at 7, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 78. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Friday, partly cloudy. High 80. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Thanks for the ride around Norfolk. And I just wanted to say Geico is proud to have served the military for over 75 years.
Roger that. Captain's waiting to give you a tour of the Wisconsin now.
Could have parked a little bit closer. It's going to be dark by the time I get there.
Geico, proudly serving the military for over 75 years.
Hi, you've reached Emma. I'm out of the office right now, but we'll get back to you just as soon as I possibly can. Your call is important to me.
Join us for exclusive Discovery at Sea experiences. Enjoy cruises from $4.99 during our 50th anniversary sale. Call your travel consultant or 1-800-PRINCESS. Princess Cruises. Come back new.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. There we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
The Chevrolet Malibu. Respected. Efficient. Safe. When you set out to find new roads, you become the most awarded car company of the year.
Right now, eligible
The DC-59 Animal is the most powerful cordless vacuum. It's powered by the Dyson Digital Motor, has 2-tier radial cyclone technology, and no loss of suction.
I was completely blown away by how much power it has.
It's balanced for cleaning up high, down low, and in between.
It seamlessly goes through my entire house.
To learn more about the DC-59 Animal, visit Dyson.com/DC59.
Vault 39 Wine Cellar. Discover the world's most extraordinary wines by the glass. Relax in the chic atmosphere of our lounge or in our outdoor courtyard. Savor a selection of light appetizers, specialty beers, and champagnes. Receive personalized assistance for wine selections and wine retail purchases. Stop by and experience Palm Beach's most unique wine bar and wine retail store.
Lung cancer caused by exposure to asbestos.
Call 1-800-641-0818 now.
Every Sunday night.
Get down now!
Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back into Weather Center Live. Here we are in the lab. We've got Dr. Greg Postel, and it is all about Iola and what this thing's going to be doing in the Southwest, but quickly going to race into the Northeast.
Yeah, it is. Let's have a look at this kind of cool view, Alex. Let's look at the globe, right? Let's pretend we're in outer space and looking down, right, at our magical mystery ball here called Earth. And you can see that what we've got is, there is Iola on Saturday, just off the coast, lurking off the northeast coast. And that's actually oftentimes a favorable position for significant snow in the northeast. Stay tuned for that. We'll talk about that in a second. But look behind it.
Yeah, we're not done.
I know. There's another one on its heels.
Yeah. And this one may have colder air to work with, so we may be dealing with maybe all snow in this situation.
Yeah, a totally different setup than we've seen really a lot of this winter. You know, the northeast hasn't seen much, but they're kind of staring down maybe a couple of storms that could actually add a lot to their seasonal totals, and in some cases double it. Yeah, how about that in just a couple of days? Let's have a look at our snowfall forecast map graphic now. This is for Iola, primarily coming down on Saturday night.
That's right. So there we are. We're talking about a pretty decent swath of, looks like generally 1 to 3 inches.
Yeah, and this is along the I-95 corridor too. So, you know, we haven't seen a ton of snow in this sector of the Northeast, even in coastal Connecticut or Rhode Island, Massachusetts. But I want to say that, you know, if there's a risk to the forecast to go heavier, it might be in that zone in southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, because we are dealing with a very strong storm that if it were to overproduce, it would do it in that region. So let's start off on Saturday and show you where the low is going to be. Strengthening rapidly, I might add, on its way like that. And many New Englanders and snow fans all across the world would say, that's a great track for a blizzard. Can you do something for me this time around? It's going to try, and it's probably going to start out as a mixture of rain and snow initially because we don't have a ton of cold air. Right. But Alex, later on Saturday night, watch out for a rapid transformation over to snow right in that zone.
So it's that Saturday night time for we really got to watch out for it to come down heavily.
I think that's right. I think that's exactly when we'll be dealing with that sort of very cold air aloft being produced, I think, thanks to this storm being so strong. It is going to pass over a spot, we talked about that earlier, called the benchmark. It's just a point on the map at 40 north and 70 west. This storm, if you look at the last 5 runs from the ECMWF or Euro model, look, each of these last 5 runs has moved the storm essentially right over the benchmark. And the benchmark is a place that people look at to say, well, if it's going over the benchmark, that's a good thing for snowstorms. Right. So if you were to look at the last 5 runs from the Euro, you'd say the Euro traditionally is lining us up for a big storm, don't you think? But the problem is that in this case, we're not dealing with a ton of cold air to begin with. So it can't play with a lot of cold air. It's got a perfect track, but it just, right now, that's what's lacking. So we'll just have to watch and see, because 1 to 2 degrees, Alex, can make all the difference.
Make a huge difference, no doubt.
So there it goes. There goes the storm. And, you know, the cold air is the worst of all the cold air is back here, but that's too far away. It's just cold enough right in here, but the question is, will it be snow or a mixture of snow? And we'll see. I have my doubts in southeastern New England. But we should talk about the next storm, too, because on Sunday, there is Iola moving away like that, but there's another one, Alex.
Right on its heels.
Right there. This is what we're looking at, sort of upper level energy, which is a great way to track storm systems. And, you know, the colors kind of make it easy here. Say, okay, here's the next one in line coming in off the jet stream energy. There it goes on Monday. There it is. It's going to be basically in the same spot that Iola was in just a couple days earlier. So are we going to be dealing with a repeat?
It's a certain possibility. You got to keep checking back to make sure we get it all right? We've got Iola. This one coming in early next week, so a really active pattern has set up here for us across parts of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast.
Yeah, on Sunday, this is that next system that follows it, sort of this clipper system in the northwest flow. And we've got some snow in parts of the northern Ohio Valley and a mixture of rain and snow south. That would be Sunday. And then everything moves east on Sunday night, gets a little closer again to the northeast. And then Monday is probably the day we're going to have to watch this scenario very closely, because if it's going to do anything, if this clipper gets offshore and it's going to do anything, Monday will be the day. Right now we're calling for only snow showers. So I think Iola right now looks like a bigger one. This one looks like a little bit less one, but you know what? Got to stay tuned, Alex. You know how things change.
Things can change very quickly, so keep checking back. We'll have all you need to know about Iola. That's coming back in 60 seconds.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 78. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Low 69. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy, high 80. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All right, say it ain't so. It's thunder snow in New Mexico. Wow, the beginning of a winter storm we are calling Iola. Right now impacting a lot of people in the southwest with snow, wind, and rain, creating just a travel mess for millions.
And get ready in the Northeast, including New York City, Philly, because a weather bomb known as Iola is going to be moving up the East Coast. And this has the potential to create havoc over the next 72 hours. Stay with us because our experts are breaking down the impacts. You will see hour by hour. That's now on Weather Center Live. And thank you so much for joining us here on Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wallace.
And I'm Alexandra Steele. Well, let's dive deep into this two-faced winter storm, Iola. First, of course, there's the wintry side, dumping inch after inch of snow in New Mexico and western Texas.
Then you got the rainy side of Winter Storm Iola. That includes you in Houston. You can see the rain here on the lens. It's going to be pushing its way east this afternoon.
All right, lots to take in. Now let's get some expert analysis you can only find here. We'll go to the lab. Dr. Greg Postel. This is a close one, but for the Northeast, this just might be what they need.
You know what, Alexander, that's exactly right, because this is actually going to take a track, this storm over the weekend, that many times in the past has produced significant snow in southeastern New England. This one doesn't quite have all the things with it to do that, but it's close, and you got to stay tuned. Let's have a look at our official snowfall forecast here. We're going 1 to 3 in a broad swath, obviously from the mid-Atlantic north. DC does not look like to be a big snow event for you, nor does it really in Baltimore. Philly, maybe a little bit more in New York, but the farther northeast you go, this is the area that concerns me most in southeastern New England. Again, this storm is going to take that track that in the past has produced a lot of snow in that spot. So here we go. On Saturday, there's the low. And I might add, this is going to be a very strong low pressure system, very powerful. So it's going to explosively deepen as it moves on off toward the northeast. And it is going to result in the transformation of that mixture of rain and snow to all snow on Saturday night there. So we have to pay close attention to the small wiggles that are going to come in the forecast and sort of adjust these forecasts as they need be. Friday night, low pressure will be over the southeast. Kind of a benign little feature on the weather maps, right? You see it. It's going to be hard to pick out. Only 1,004 on the pressure, so that's pretty high. But then look what happens in a space of just, less than 24 hours. It is going to be in a great spot in history anyway that has produced some big snows in southeastern New England. But look at the pressure, down to 975. So the pressure is falling like a rock as this thing moves on off toward Nova Scotia. And I might add, producing a lot of strong winds. You see these lines in here? These are called isobars, lines of equal pressure. The closer they are together, the stronger the wind. And I'll tell you what, those are some lines that are really close together. So expect wind gusts in excess of 50 miles per hour, for example, in Boston. Now, what does all that mean? The fact that you have this low pressure deepening so quickly. Well, when it does that, obviously it produces the strong winds, but it also can be a sign that this thing is a very, very powerful system that can produce its own kind of weather. So let's have a look at what's called bombogenesis threshold. In other words, that's a rate of pressure fall over a space of 24 hours that's about like that. Say from 1,000 millibars on Friday night to maybe closer to 980 on Sunday morning. If this storm did that, it would be called what's called a weather bomb or just a bomb. But you know what? The models think it's actually going to strengthen much more quickly than that and exceed that threshold. So it is a very rapid intensifier, capable of not only producing some strong winds, but also some cold air aloft in that zone, which is just what you need to create those heavy snows. So on Saturday night, let's look at those winds. These are sustained winds. Gusts will probably be double that in places, especially in eastern Massachusetts and on the Cape. Wind gusts could exceed 50 miles per hour. So it is going to be a windy storm, and that will quickly depart into the Canadian Maritimes overnight on Saturday night and Sunday morning. But look at this, guys. What's this little L showing up on Sunday afternoon? This is another system on its heels that's going to be headed that way, kind of in a similar place that Iola just was. So stay tuned. I'll talk much more about that at 1:30. Back to you.
All right, great info. Thank you so much. A winter storm Iola dumped as much as 13 inches of snow in parts of Amarillo, Texas.
And joining us now is Paul Braun with the Texas Department of Transportation. And Paul, earlier your agency told drivers to stay off the roads because of all that snow. Is that still the recommendation at this hour?
Actually, things have improved greatly. The temperature's warming up, and our de-icing materials have really helped to get that snowpack off of the major roadways. And it's looking pretty good, except bridges and overpasses are still a little tough right now. We're starting to clear all the rest of those off, and we're going to be getting to our lesser-traveled roads here pretty soon this afternoon.
All right, so, you know, this storm has had a lot of brawn, a lot of snow brawn here in Amarillo. What do residents, do they like it? I mean, you're beating records in the Northeast for snow.
Well, we're a hardy bunch in Amarillo and the Texas Panhandle. We had a blizzard about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, that was about 18 inches of snow and 60-mile-an-hour winds. So we're kind of used to it here, but the nice thing about it is it melts right away and goes away.
Now, Paul, have you noticed that the people have stayed off of the roads to really help you guys clear things?
Well, one thing I can say is we've had very few reports, if any, of crashes on state roadways. We've had a couple of reports of crashes around the city streets around Amarillo, but they've pretty much stayed off the roads for us. Schools closed pretty early as far as making the decision to close, and that has really helped us out a lot, too. And things are really looking up. We're just worried about a refreeze tonight. This moisture on the roadway freezing up tonight could cause some problems tomorrow morning.
All right, Paul Braun, great information. Thank you so much, Paul, for joining us.
Absolutely. And, of course, there's also the rainy side to this thing. And we're going to be watching that over the next couple of days.
You got that right. All right, take a look at New Orleans. You can see it on your left. The rain certainly coming in earnest, and actually could end up with 2 to 3 inches in New Orleans. And in Dallas also, rain for you. It's a cold rain. Texas, cold rain, and the wind's coming in. So, Alex, really very wet, windy, and even some severe weather potentially.
That is the case. We're going to be watching this here as it moves its way through this latter part of our week. We've got, well, big trough that's in place here and an upper disturbance that's pretty strong hanging out here across parts of Texas. Then at the surface, an area of low pressure that's going to track its way across the Gulf Coast with moisture. You know the scenario, and when those ingredients come together, that means wet conditions, and that's what we're seeing right now. It is a soggy time here across eastern Texas, including Houston. We've seen the heaviest of the rains now shift out of Dallas, but spreading now into Louisiana. And that's what we'll see through today along Interstate 20, Interstate 10. Wet conditions out there for you. By the time we head into tonight, we see that rain spreading its way now even into Georgia. It's going to be a wet commute in the morning in the ATL.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway.
Theraflu starts to get to work in your body in just 5 minutes. Theraflu breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. Theraflu, serious power.
Zantac heartburn alert. Stop. Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
This new year, imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. New relationship, dream job, good times with friends. Sound like a good year? Then start now with Proactive Plus, our revolutionary acne treatment that can fix your skin.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin. And it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription. So if you want results, count on it.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
This new year, fix your skin. Order Proactive Plus for only $29.95 and we'll rush you 3 free gifts. Results guaranteed or your money back. Plus, shipping is free. Go to proactive.com/2015 now.
I use Proactive Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
Atlantic Beach, Florida.
Oh, love it.
Houma, Louisiana.
Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas.
Been there.
Louisville, Texas.
Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Phil and I go way back. Love that little animal.
Jim Cantori joins AMHQ starting Monday on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 78. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Friday, partly cloudy. High 80. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The wildest weather ever caught on camera. Oh my God! Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight. Wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Why do you want to shop Walmart's new selection of stylish frames? Because you need a surprisingly low price to match that surprising new look.
Oh, sorry. My ringtone.
The new frames and new styles you want are at the Walmart Vision Center, starting at $58. Walmart.
Nabbed, booked, locked up, case closed. You don't know ARP because the AARP Fraud Watch Network means everyone can protect themselves and their families from scams and identity theft. With local alerts, tips from law enforcement, and the inside scoop from former con artists. Real possibilities to stay ahead of the bad guys. If you don't think beat con men at their own game when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Find more surprising possibilities and get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
Do you have something for pain?
I have Bayer aspirin.
I'm not having a heart attack. It's my back.
I mean Bayer Back and Body. It works great for pain.
Bayer Back and Body provides effective relief for your tough pain.
Better?
Yeah. Thanks for the tip.
All right, so we can hear it out there. Wind really is what we're talking about. Howling, though, as the snow fell over parts of Amarillo, Texas. Some cars found themselves stuck in as much as 13 inches from this winter storm, Iola. All that snow is having some impacts. The Department of Transportation in Texas told Amarillo residents to stay home and off the roads due to the snow and ice. Schools are closed in Amarillo today, and thanks to Iola, Amarillo has gotten more snow this month than Juneau, Alaska, Boston, and St. Louis combined. In Amarillo, things are improving, Alex, but not so much elsewhere, right?
Yeah, you're right. You head south, and we're still dealing with our winter alerts. You can see showing up out there for you, Amarillo. You're no longer underneath any winter weather advisories, but a little bit farther south, you head to Lubbock, Midland, which is under a winter storm warning, still dealing with it back towards El Paso, good chunk of southern New Mexico as well. That's where we're most concerned with the potential for some of the snow to come down out there. So we've got an upper level area of low pressure hanging out here in parts of Texas. Out ahead of that, streaming to the north and the east, we've got quite a bit of cloud action. And then at the surface, we've got this area of low pressure developing here in the Gulf. That's helping to provide that threat for the rain here. We're seeing that spreading now into the lower Mississippi Valley, while back closer to the upper area of low pressure, colder air and snow. And that's what we're seeing. El Paso, slick spots there. If you don't have to be heading out on the roadways, I would certainly hold off and wait for this mess to track east. Alexandra?
All right, thanks, Alex. Well, speaking of the snow, a snowy winter scene may look calm and beautiful, but all that snow certainly can pose a huge threat, especially to your home. Meteorologist Mark Elliott takes a look at the weight of the snow in the way you've never seen it before.
Typically, when you think about snow, you describe it as light or powdery or fluffy. In fact, we all know that just one snowflake weighs next to nothing. But when a lot of snowflakes come down, well, now you're talking about a weight that really adds up. So let's start off with a chore that most people dread during the winter, shoveling this wet, heavy snow. Each year, on average, more than 11,000 people go to the hospital because of injuries suffered while shoveling snow. And when things get covered in this much snow, that's when it can get even more dangerous. Standing inside this room, you wouldn't think I'd have any problems because of snow accumulation, but right above my head, that's where the real danger lies. A cubic foot of snow can weigh around 7 pounds if the snow is dry and fluffy, but could weigh over 20 pounds if it is wet and compacted. Now, 2 feet of snow over this entire roof would weigh 150,000 pounds. The weight above this room alone is the equivalent of 3 full-size grand pianos. That's enough weight to have the roof cave in, and that's why it's so important to remove the snow. And it's not just the flat roofs you have to watch out for. Pitched roofs can accumulate snow as well. Just look at this roof behind me. You get 2 feet of snow up there, and it's the equivalent of 9 heavy-duty pickup trucks on top of the roof. And when that amount of snow starts to slide, it can easily damage or destroy anything in its path. And that's why we tell you to watch out for those snow-covered roofs. Finally, when it comes to describing that sheer force of the weight of snow, nothing describes it more than the power of an avalanche. A typical avalanche can roll downhill at more than 60 miles per hour, bringing with it a wall of snow, ice, and other debris. And once it's rolling downhill, there is nothing that will stop that force from destroying anything in its path. Unfortunately, once those avalanche conditions are in place, it doesn't take much to trigger the event. Some more snow, rain, thunder, even a skier can bring down that avalanche. So next time you're watching those flurries weightlessly fluttering down to earth, remember, if you get too many of those flurries in one place, you can have massive problems. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Mark Elliott.
All right, well, the issues with that heavy snow. Well, it's, already been quite a day, and Winter Storm Iola just getting started.
Yeah, on the wintry side of things, already inch after inch.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road, and with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
At Ancestry, we call it a hint. Simply type in a name and follow the Ancestry leaf far into your family's past. A past filled with stories that intrigue and inspire. And in doing so, reveal the one unique, improbable, and completely remarkable path that led to you. Discover your story. Start searching for free now at Ancestry.com.
Hut, hut. When it comes to losing weight, everyone has a number. And if you want to get your performance back and feel great, do what I did. One call and I lost it all. 22 pounds gone.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus Kit. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist or your money back, guaranteed.
Nutrisystem has everything you need to feel better, look better, and perform better at any age, faster than ever before.
I haven't felt this good in years. Thank you, Nutrisystem. I lost 8 pounds in the first week.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes and Craving Crusher shakes, free. New food selections, new expert guides. Call now and lock in 2014 prices, and shipping is free.
Whether your number's 10 or 50, make the right call. Nutrisystem.
Call 877-398-SIZE now and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just sand.
Congratulations, you're down with Crestor.
Yes! When diet and exercise aren't enough, adding Crestor lowers bad cholesterol up to 55%. Crestor is not for people with liver disease or women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Call your doctor if you have muscle pain or weakness, feel unusually tired, have loss of appetite, upper belly pain, dark urine, or yellowing of skin or eyes. These could be signs of serious side effects.
I'm down with Crestor.
Make your move. Ask your doctor about Crestor.
The New York Times proclaims The Americans is brilliant.
You think you can just disappear into the streets of America?
The LA Times raves The Americans has it all.
I've got him.
And the Washington Post simply calls it the best show on television. The Americans, all new Wednesday. Wednesdays at 10, starts January 28th on FX.
Brought to you by AutoNation, with 30 South Florida locations where most people paid less. For current offers and specials, visit AutoNation.com.
Act now. The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 78. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Low 69. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy. High 80. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Back into Weather Center Live. Here we are looking in on El Paso, Texas, looking at a Department of Transportation camera here. It's been snowing here for you, still snowing at this hour, and you're under a winter storm warning until about 6 o'clock local time this evening. El Paso Police Department saying there are just numerous accidents across town. So if you're inside right now, best bet, stay inside and wait for things to get a little bit better there on the roadways. So let's find out what's all going to be happening with this storm system known as Iola as it heads into the northeast. Alex Renz.
And that's right, Alex. What you were just talking about and showing that rain that is all headed here. Actually, in Texas, rain and snow records with this storm. But it will track eastward. We're going to watch it cruise up the coast. This is where it bombs out off the northeast coast, meaning the pressure gets low. And boy, this has the potential to be quite a snowmaker. The track is right on point. The track's not the problem. It's the cold air and where it is. Here's the cold air locked up there. We're going to watch it move south, but how much cold air bleeds in? Because look at what we've got coming up. Just this year in the northeast, these just all can't get together. But this looks like the best chance we've had all winter for some, substantial snow in the big cities along the I-95 corridor. So here's Friday night, a rain and snow mix. It's the Saturday into Saturday night. It looks like we're going to watch that changeover into all snow. So how much will we see? Well, it looks like in the big cities, kind of from Washington and Baltimore north, maybe 1 to 3 inches. Potentially, as our severe, and interestingly enough, what we could see where this thing could change in terms of the forecast is in southeast New England, in Providence, in Rhode Island. That's where in southeast Massachusetts, where there is the potential for more snow, if not just this 3 to 5. So if this changes at all, it looks like it's still the 1 to 3 along the big cities from Washington north, but the caveat looks like it could be more if that cold air gets in place, Alex. So that is the good news. But from snow, also severe weather this time isn't out of the question, right?
Yeah, we'll have to watch out for that in the coming days. And we want to take a look back to December 23rd when a tornado struck the small Mississippi town of Columbia. Christmas celebrations quickly turned to a time of hard work and reflection, not just for its victims, but also the first response team of America. Maria LaRosa has the story.
Christmas morning in Columbia, Mississippi, and Linda Bolton's family has gathered not to open gifts around the tree, but to salvage them from the rubble.
We've lost everything. The toys for your children, the gifts for your wives, the husband, whatever the case may be. When that wind came through, man, it took everything.
Linda was inside her home as it was ravaged by the EF3 tornado just 2 days before Christmas.
I've never seen nothing like it. You just think that's it. You really think that's the end.
Her home was one of 12 lived in by close relatives along this half-mile stretch of road. Every one of them was damaged or destroyed by the storm.
It wiped us completely out. Some people can take a loss
and go to their other family member's house, but we all live around each other.
Soon after the tornado struck, the First Response Team of America began a 17-hour, 1,000-mile drive from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and arrived in Columbia on Christmas Eve.
I just knew that on Christmas morning, people were going to be out in their rubble. I wanted my team to be here for these families.
On Christmas Day, the team went to work for the Boltons, sacrificing their holiday to help the family start over.
When they see it being cleaned up and the rubble being removed, they instantly begin to find hope.
That's just a blessing. I mean, you just can't find people like that every day.
While this was far from a typical Christmas, the Bolton family received a precious gift, one that didn't come boxed and wrapped in a bow.
The lives that are here, that means more than the gifts that were lost. It makes Christmas better, it really does.
So amazing to see people coming together. Well, Winter Storm Iola already making a mess. It's on the move.
All right, before you finalize your weekend plans, lots to tell you about the track in the Northeast is next.
Responding by storm, powered by Ram trucks. Guts, glory, Ram.
Every truck can tow a boat. Every truck can climb a hill. Every truck can haul a trailer. But not everyone can say they're the fastest growing truck brand in America. Guts, glory, Ram.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Lindsay.
And today is day number 1
of our
Hydroxycut transformation.
Because we're going all the way. I lost 32 pounds.
And I lost 44 pounds.
Hydroxycut, it really works.
Hydroxycut is America's #1 selling weight loss supplement brand.
Lose weight your way.
Mix and match gummies, tablets, and drink mix.
Hydroxycut got us off the couch and playing with the kids.
Can't catch them all the time.
Speak for yourself. Lose weight your way.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his MicroPure resurfacing pads, intensive repair serum, and Collagen Lift moisturizer, a $200 value free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery. That's a $15 value free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-730-7432. That's 1-800-730-7432. Order now.
Mondays at 9, the Weather Channel unearths the investigation.
This was a totally preventable accident.
The mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
And the final moments.
In 1 second, their fellow passengers were sitting there. A second later, they were gone.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 78. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Low 69. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy. High 80. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori joins AMHQ starting Monday.
Well, right now, Winter Storm Iola is on the move, packing a 1-2 punch. I'm Alex Wallace.
And I'm Alexandra Steele. Well, the powerful storm is racing through Texas after bringing thunder snow to New Mexico.
Whoa. And that's in the house.
Whoa is the way to describe it, no doubt. You saw the flash, you heard the lightning. Kathy's sending in this video out of Pie Town, New Mexico. Now, parts of New Mexico picked up 8 inches of snow from Iola, the heaviest of the snow, now making its way through Texas.
All right, so check this out. Drivers in Amarillo, Texas, taking it quite slowly this morning with Winter Storm Iola, leaving a white mess behind. New Orleans, you'll be dealing with the other side of Iola, the rain and lots of it. We're tracking it and timing it out for you.
That's right. We're dealing with it there in western portions of Texas, New Mexico. That's where the snow is coming down right now. El Paso, one of those areas dealing with it. Then as you head into East Texas, starting to spread into the lower Mississippi Valley, it is a soggy and just great time there. And of course, we want to make sure you know everything you need to know about Winter Storm Iola. We've got Dr. Greg Postel. He is in the lab tracking and timing it all.
Hey guys, thank you very much. You know, that stuff that you see going on right now in the sort of Gulf Coast area, let's head to the northeast, more or less, and on Saturday night, we'll be dealing with a pretty powerful storm lurking just offshore, ready to drop some snow in the I-95 corridor, largely on Saturday night, sticking around early Sunday morning there in eastern Massachusetts. But this is an area that has not seen a whole lot of snow yet this year, and I think this storm has the potential to at least match what you've already gotten all year long, all season long, and do that pretty quickly in some cases. So we've got essentially not a lot in D.C., maybe a little, an inch or so in Baltimore. That's right now. Philly 1 to 3, a little bit more as you head toward the northeast. But let me show you something, guys. It's right in here that I'm concerned about exceeding expectations snow-wise. This is a powerful storm that will be able to generate enough cold air on its own, even though there's not a whole lot there to begin with, and produce some snow, turn that rain over to snow. Let's have a look at what's going on Friday night and watch the storm kind of sort of come in sort of quietly. It's not going to come in, hit you hard really right off the bat. But on Saturday, that's when we're going to see things change dramatically. Low pressure will be rapidly deepening on a track like that, which, you know, on one hand, you look at it, you think that is a classic track that we need for snow in southeastern New England. This time around, it's got some things against it, I guess, working against it in order to produce some big snow. That means not a ton of cold air to begin with during the day on Saturday. That's why we're going with a mixture of rain and snow in that corridor, and really rain right there along I-95 south of New York City. But Saturday night, this thing really, it strengthens quickly. The air aloft will cool dynamically quickly. It's called dynamical cooling aloft thanks to its strength. And we will see the transition from rain to snow across parts of eastern New England, and it will likely come down pretty hard and be very windy across that zone. Here's now what we're going to be dealing with on Friday night, going through the day on Saturday, showing you sort of the temperature mapping here that we've got. Low pressure will be here. This is going to be essentially the rain-snow line on Saturday evening. So watch out in this region in southeastern Massachusetts, because we will see it get cold enough, I think, to produce snow, certainly just above the ground. If the ground temperatures are even 33, I think we might be dealing with a significant snow because it will be cold aloft. Now, what we've got here is strong winds. We know this is going to be a powerhouse of a storm, so watch out for sustained winds on Saturday night in eastern Massachusetts, Cape Cod, perhaps 30 to 40 miles per hour with gusts higher than that. So along with the snow, we'll be dealing with some significant winds. So lots of hazards, guys, and stay tuned. Again, a little deviation in the track could make a big difference outcome-wise. Back to you.
You said it, no doubt. We've got to stay tuned because things can change quickly.
Just hasn't been an easy winter.
No, and we're just getting started. All right, well, Winter Storm Iola, it dumped about a foot of snow in Amarillo, much more than a lot of people expected.
Yeah, and Dave Malkoff caught up with a British couple on holiday here in the States who woke up this morning to quite a covered surprise.
And the official word is 11 inches here in Amarillo. You can see it is still falling now. In some places, we've heard it's up to 14 inches. You can see that on the ground. Well, most of the cars have pushed this off the roadway and it's turned to slush, but this is the accumulation from overnight. Look at that. Man, oh man. This is not what Charlotte and Stephen Byrne expected. They're from Newcastle, England. They rented a convertible in Chicago to drive historic Route 66 all the way from Chicago down to the Santa Monica Pier. They're right in the middle of it, and this happens.
How much did you expect it to snow overnight?
Right, not as much as this. Definitely not as much as this.
All right.
In Springfield, we actually had the roof down. And then we've come here and it's like this.
Yeah, it took a long time for them to clean off the boot. That's what we would call the trunk here in the United States. Yeah, they'll have plenty of pictures and video to show their friends when they get back across the pond. Right now, the folks in Texas are dealing with what happens basically every year, but this is a big one, shutting down schools, shutting down churches, and some parts of the local government here in Amarillo, Texas. I'm Dave Malkoff, the Weather Channel. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Dave. Amarillo getting on the map today. Well, let's take you now from Amarillo to Dallas, Texas. Oh, a cold rain there, feeling like 30 degrees, about 40 degrees, but the wind and the rain. And again, rain through tonight and tomorrow, but then dry skies for you, Dallas, and 51 degrees.
Oh, that's miserable. All right, well, for the severe side of Winter Storm Iola, let's get you back to the lab. We got Dr. Greg Forbes.
And Iola warm side will have heavy rain and even a severe threat, especially tomorrow and tomorrow night across parts of the southeast. Here's the daytime period. Maybe a damaging wind gust, maybe a tornado or two as a low comes onshore there, the Florida Panhandle, extreme southeast Alabama, extreme southwest parts of Georgia. Here's where the situation is right now. The low of Iola is near Galveston with a warm front that is down mostly over the Gulf of Mexico. Inland, the areas that I'm forecasting for tomorrow is severe. Currently have temperatures in the 50s, dew points in the 30s. That's pretty dry, pretty cool. The temperatures will have to raise into the 60s and the dew points in the 50s with this warm front coming north to get severe weather. But today, with that surface low nearby, we're getting a lot of heavy rain and some area flood advisories for southeast parts of Houston up to around Beaumont, down to Galveston and Freeport. That means watch out, you could get some of those flood-prone streets, could have some heavy rain on that. Here's a computer forecast then for starting tomorrow morning. If you look at these little wind fleas, as we call them, these little moving arrows, you can see the low there south of Mobile Bay, about ready to head into the Florida Panhandle. Look at the sharp change in colors. That's the frontal zone I was talking about. Northeast winds in the 50s, southeast winds in the 60s. So anywhere the central and eastern Florida Panhandle, not very far into Georgia in the morning, but then by afternoon, that little bit of southeast Alabama, a little bit of southern Georgia gets warm enough for some severe weather. And then as we go into Friday late night, some of the low begins to work its way up toward the Carolinas, and some of that warm air sneaks on shore there. And so Friday night, we may even have a severe threat in the coastal parts of the Carolinas. By the time we get into Saturday, the front goes through all of Florida. The upper low right now, it's pretty far to the west. It's in New Mexico and West Texas. The east side of that giving the rain in Florida, but it'll be pushing east. And here's that low that I'm talking about for tomorrow. Low-level jet, 5,000 feet, could be 60 miles per hour. So if it gets unstable enough with that warm air moving onshore, there could be a damaging wind gust or a tornado. Positively tilted northwest to southeast during the day tomorrow, but this southern portion really comes charging its way off to the east, and by Friday night into Saturday morning, there could be a spotty severe weather threat, even a chance of a tornado, the eastern parts of the Carolinas down into maybe the Tampa Bay, Daytona Beach area of Florida. So it's not a high tornado threat. Tornado condition index, it's in the 2 to 3 range, 20 to 30% chance of a tornado within 50 miles. Stay safe. We'll be back after this.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, plenty of sunshine. High 78. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 80. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Huh, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that playing cards with Kenny Rogers gets old pretty fast?
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. What? You get it?
I get the gist, yeah.
Okay.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I have the flu with a runny nose. Better take something.
Theraflu Severe Cold won't treat your runny nose.
Really?
Alka-Seltzer Severe Cold and Flu relieves your worst flu symptoms plus runny nose.
Oh, what a relief it is. Mommy!
The Chevrolet Malibu. Respected. Efficient. Safe. When you set out to find new roads, you become the most awarded car company of the year.
Right now, eligible competitive owners can trade up to this 2015 Chevy Malibu and get $3,000 total cash allowance.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Why do you want to shop Walmart's new selection of stylish frames? Because you need a surprisingly low price to match that surprising new look.
Oh, sorry. My ringtone.
The new frames and new styles you want are at the Walmart Vision Center, starting at $58. Walmart.
Whether it's snow, sand, or mud, there's only one way to keep your vehicle's floor perfectly protected all year long. WeatherTech floor liners, laser measured to perfectly protect your specific vehicle, front, back, even up the sides. So what gets in the liner stays in the liner until you wash it away. Shop now at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech, proudly made in America.
You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and still own your home. There's got to be a catch, right, Jesse? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. And with AAG, there are never any income or credit score requirements.
Call 1-800-661-2917 now to receive a new free information kit, including reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation.
AAG can help you pay off credit card debt, eliminate monthly mortgage payments, and provide some real retirement security.
Call 1-800-661-2917 today to get your free AAG reverse mortgage information kit and bonus DVD.
In the kit, you'll receive a helpful 3-part guide. The first will show you how a government-insured reverse mortgage allows you to access the equity in your home as tax-free cash. 500,000 people have already done it. The second booklet contains stories told by people just like you who've had their lives changed forever using a reverse mortgage. And the third guide is full of helpful answers and information for children and loved ones.
Call 1-800-661-2917 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free.
There's simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement.
Call 1-800-661-2917 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-661-2917 now.
AAG, the best advice for a better life.
Hi
everyone, welcome back. Well, it certainly has been a season of snow haves and have-nots, hasn't it been? Amarillo, you have been on the have side. Take a look at this. Amarillo, Texas has had more snow this season than Anchorage, Alaska, Boston, and St. Louis combined. So with all that snow comes some a-chewing going on. And Alex talks about the flu.
Bless you.
Thank you.
All right, well, we are in the heart of cold and flu season. If you notice a slight tickle in your nose, a full-bodied violent sneeze, that may follow. In this edition of Brainstorm, Sam Champion shows how the body creates this powerful self-defense mechanism.
Every time you breathe in through your nose, more than 100,000 tiny particles can enter the body. These particles come from many sources like dust, pollen, bacteria, and even viruses. And they can be as small as 400 thousandths of an inch in diameter, or about 1,000 times smaller than a grain of sand. As these tiny specks enter the nasal cavity, most are blocked by your nose hair and cilia, microscopic hair-like filters that are found throughout the respiratory system. But some particles can reach the sensitive upper nasal mucosal lining, where irritants like these tiny specks can cause the release of histamine. Histamine unleashes a signal that travels to the brainstem's medulla in less than 2 milliseconds, triggering a type of sneeze center in the brain. Once this sneeze center is activated, the body choreographs a sequence of events to try and remove the irritation as quickly as possible. First, fluid is secreted in the nose and mouth, while the larynx traps and pressurizes air in the lungs. Next, nearly 50 muscles in the eyes, mouth, throat, chest, and abdomen contract simultaneously. This forces air out of the body at speeds of up to 100 miles an hour. That's the same wind speed as a Category 2 hurricane. As this blast of air removes the irritant, it can also catapult about 5,000 droplets of moisture from your nose and spread it around as far as 200 feet. That's far enough to go from the back seat of a 747 aircraft right to the cockpit. And now you've been brainstorming. Sam Champion, the Weather Channel.
So basically, please cover your mouth and nose. That's the gist of it, right? All right, let's get you to this up-and-coming weekend, because the big focus, no doubt, is going to be on our winter storm Iola racing all the way now by Saturday into the northeast. And we're going to be watching it dump a bit of snow here for us now. It's all going to depend on the track, where we've got some of the cold area in place, where it's cold enough, we'll get the snow. Where it's not, we'll see more of a mixture of the rain and snow. So have to keep checking back, because there could be some wiggles with the track of this system here along the East Coast. Outside of that, though, you head into Texas, Dallas. It's not too pretty right now, but by Saturday, 60, dry, looking good, and not bad in the Southwest also. 78 degrees showing up there for you in Phoenix, with LA at 80 degrees. It's winter, 80 in LA. That's feeling nice. Northern tier here for you from the Pacific Northwest into the Northern Plains, looking a little unsettled. In fact, that's going to be the next system diving in out of Canada. So we've got Iola working its way up the coast for Saturday. Here comes the next one diving in Saturday, and then by Sunday, Iola's gone, but now we'll focus in on this one, bringing us some snow, parts of the Great Lakes. We include Chicago over towards Detroit, the Cleveland area as well, getting closer to the Ohio River. That's where it'll be more of a mixture, and then rain getting down into parts of Kentucky and Tennessee. But notice here along the Gulf Coast and into Florida, after potential for some rain in Miami on Saturday, Alexandra, Sunday brightening up.
All right, thank you. Well, Winter Storm Iola already, of course, packing quite a punch. From Texas to the south, it is headed toward the northeast. Next for the weekend, we are breaking down the timing of it for you with our experts coming up right after the break. Meet you back here then.
Brainstorm, brought to you by Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Cough.
I have the worst cold with this runny nose. I better take something.
Dayquil Cold and Flu doesn't treat your runny nose.
Seriously?
Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Cough fights your worst cold symptoms plus your runny nose.
Oh, what a relief it is.
This new year, imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. New relationship, dream job, good times with friends. Sound like a good year? Then start now with Proactiv Plus, our revolutionary acne treatment that can fix your skin.
That's a huge difference. Look at that.
Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin. And it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription. So if you want results, count on it.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
This new year, fix your skin. Order Proactive Plus for only $29.95 and we'll rush you 3 free gifts. Results guaranteed or your money back. Plus, shipping is free. Go to proactive.com/2015 now.
I use Proactive Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
Every Sunday night, we're taking our cameras to 14,000 feet.
This ain't a good place to make a mistake.
With these extreme fortune seekers.
Look how blue that is.
Gambling on the dig of their lives.
This is an absolute extreme situation. If this is my last year on the mound, be a fine way to go out.
Season 3, Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, plenty of sunshine. High 78. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 80. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. There we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
When it comes to your credit, In the Know is the place to be. TransUnion.com makes it easy. We give you 24/7 access. You get instant credit alerts to keep you in sync. You can even lock and unlock your TransUnion credit report from your phone. And all that information feels pretty good. Come to TransUnion.com and get in the know.
Once upon a time, there was a nice house that lived with a family. One day, it started to rain. The house tried to keep out all the water, but water got inside and ruined everybody's everythings. The house thought she let the family down. It just didn't.
Think you have the fastest internet? Think again. This is Xfinity. This is your current internet provider.
Which do you think is going to download faster?
I'm going to go with what I know.
Ready?
Yes. Download.
Well,
Xfinity is way faster.
That's not even fair.
And we're done. I'm going to go.
We may have to switch to Xfinity.
Get even more of the speed you need with Xfinity Internet from Comcast. Upgrade to get speeds up to 50 megabits per second for just $10 more a month for 12 months. See for yourself. Call or go online today.
There is something in the people, something in the sand, there's something in the air, something in the water, something in the night. It's called All Right, and it's something you can only find here. Jamaica, home of All Right.
Cancer caused by exposure to asbestos.
Call 1-800-641-0818 now.
The
the wildest weather ever caught on camera. Oh my God! Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight, wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Welcome into Weather Center Live. Back into Weather Center Live. Here we are in the lab. We've got Dr. Greg Postel and, of course, all things Iola out there. This thing tracking its way from the southwest quickly. This thing's going to be moving quick up to the northeast and brings us some wintry weather.
Yeah, there it is. I mean, we got this really cool view of this thing. Look, let's look at our from outer space view at the globe and show you that this winter storm this weekend is a pretty big one, and it's going to be lurking just off the New England coast. There it is, really moving, as you said, fairly quickly. But on its heels, look at the other L that's coming in. There's another little system that's coming in air that's much colder that we have to keep an eye on because it too could produce some snow for the same places that get it with Iola.
Exactly, and we can blame Canada for that one as it dives in, right?
Why not? My God, blame somebody, I guess, right? Let's now have a look at the snowfall forecast for the weekend with storm number 1. And you can see we've got large areas of 1 to 3 included in all this, and some areas of 3 to 5. In the I-95 corridor, guys, you haven't gotten a lot of snow this year, at least yet this season, and this could actually dramatically increase the numbers. In some cases, double what you've gotten already this season. Not asking a ton, but still, at least 3 to 5 in this zone. Alex, and I'm thinking maybe the risk to the forecast is to go a little higher in southeastern New England. If I had to hedge one way or the other, and there's always hedging going on, right? That's what we do. Right. I would say probably that would be the area to watch right in here because this is going to be a real powerful storm.
That is the sweet spot there for us there. So there we are heading into our Saturday. There is some rain associated with it, but again, there is the wintry weather as well, particularly late Saturday. We're thinking the best chance for the biggest snows to really come down.
Yeah, and look, I mean, Saturday night, this is the trick, and I think, as you said, late Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, we have all snow here, and there could be heavy snow. I mean, in places. It's a strong storm, and it's got some of the right ingredients to produce a swath of heavy snow across that zone that could accumulate very quickly and also be accompanied with some pretty strong winds because the storm system is a potent one with wind as well.
Yeah, so that is certainly something we'll watch for. Now, we've got this thing known as the benchmark, and this is something meteorologists look at to determine what you see in terms of precipitation here in the Northeast when you get these storms rolling through.
Yeah, the benchmark is a spot on the map at 40 north, 70 west, right? And so it's really right there. And a lot of meteorologists have looked at this spot as if storm tracks go over this, there's a pretty good chance you're going to have a southeastern New England snowstorm. And if you look at the last 5 model runs from the Euro or the ECMWF, the last 5 runs have taken this storm essentially right over the benchmark.
It's pretty amazing how the several runs, usually they're all over the place, but they're pretty well aligned.
Yeah, I'd say it's got a consistent theme going on there. So it's lining up on that track. And at face value, you'd say, okay, we're going to get a lot of snow out of this. But there's more to it than that. You know, statistics can only take you so far. And with a seemingly optimal track here for snow, there are some things in the way, Alex, and we talked about those earlier.
Yeah, limiting factors there. We've got, well, not enough cold air that's going to be coming in with the system to interact with it.
That's right, Saturday, 5 o'clock. There's the rain-snow line. So in other words, this is no slam dunk. There's no way. I mean, with a rain-snow line just like that, right? But here's my thinking. With a strong storm like this, it may be able to generate some cold air on its northwest side. So that rain-snow line may be moving a little bit farther closer to the L and really allow more snow than anything else in that zone. We'll just have to see how that happens and what the subsequent model data shows us. But the idea is you were right, Alex, that one of the limiting factors is indeed sort of the lack of cold air. And so we'll have to watch that.
Plus the speed of it.
And the speed, it's moving really fast. So it's not going to be, lasting a day and a half. It's going to be, 6 to 12 hours.
And then once that zips away, well, guess what? There's more to come.
This guy right here. Now, what we're looking at here is upper level weather charts, say near the jet stream. And those shaded areas in sort of reds and yellows and greens, it's kind of like upper level energy. Like little upper level lows or upper level disturbances that we got to track. So there's on Sunday, Iola, and there's the next one coming down the pike. And it kind of looks like it's going to the same place, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Going to the same place. So another one to keep an eye on, guys. There's a lot of, again, unknowns about this guy. But, we think on Sunday it will draw a swath of snow southeastward across the upper Midwest and Great Lakes. And on Sunday night, that's probably going to get to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, southern New York State, northeastern Ohio. Snow showers, maybe a little area of accumulating snow inside of that And on Monday, this is the day to watch again for storm number 2. Right now, we're calling for snow showers. But, you know, there's some energy in that jet stream that we got to pay close attention
Absolutely. So if you don't get hit by Iola, you may get hit by this second one right behind it. We'll, of course, continue to track it. 60 seconds. We'll be back.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, plenty of sunshine. High 78. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 80. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The beginning of a weather bomb, thunder, snow in New Mexico, and it has the beginning of this winter storm Iola. Right now impacting millions of people in the Southwest with snow, wind, and rain, creating a travel mess for so many.
And get ready in the Northeast. That includes New York City, Philadelphia, because a weather bomb known as Iola, that's going to be moving up the East Coast. And this has the potential to create havoc over the next 72 hours. Stay with us because our experts are breaking down the impacts you will see hour by hour. That's now on Weather Center Live. For joining us here on Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wallace.
And I'm Alexandra Steele. Well, let's get right into it. It's two-faced, this storm system, Iola. First, of course, the wintry side, dumping inch after inch of snow in New Mexico and in western Texas.
Then there's the rainy side of Winter Storm Iola. Look at those drops there on the lens in Houston, and we've been in the thick of things. That rain going to be pushing east as we head through this afternoon.
All right, it's all going east, so let's head over now to our expert and talk to Dr. Greg Postel about what's happening. Greg, there are just so many aspects to this Iola.
Yeah, there are. You know, and some of them, when you look at them at face value, suggest that there's going to be a big snowstorm for New England. But you got to look at it in detail and in context, and that there's some limiting factors there, too. It kind of seems like it's the case all the time, right? But this one, there's some worthy ones to mention. Let's look at now our snowfall forecast for essentially, I would call it Saturday late afternoon and Saturday night. That's when I think the bulk of this is going to come down. And you can see we've got a swath of 1 to 3 along I-95 from Baltimore, Philly, and New York. And I know it's not a lot, but you haven't had much yet this season. This is almost going to match in one storm what you've gotten all season long. And then there's more as you head northeastern from there toward, say, eastern Massachusetts, guys. Right in there. Watch out for that little corridor for the possibility of more snow. If I were to sort of say that there's an area in the map that could overproduce or exceed expectations, it would be there because this is going to be a powerful storm. Timing it out now for everybody shows you that there's going to be the low on late Saturday afternoon, strengthening very quickly and producing some rain along the coast here, and rain and snow all the way to the Connecticut coast there, and of course northwest of that some snow. But as this moves on like that, which you may at first glance think, why isn't this snow? Well, I think it will get to snow even to the coast on Saturday night because of the cold air loft that will work in and be produced by this particular system. So we'll see perhaps some heavy snow right in that zone on Saturday night that could come down very quickly. If you want to see how close a call it is, just watch this rain snow line as this low pressure on Friday night heads to the Carolina coast, and And this rain-snow line is a pain in the neck because it straddles this area, the I-95 zone right in here, right when the precipitation is probably going to be close to maximizing in intensity. And you'll see that it is really a close call. But this rain-snow line may not be that important a metric here. If this thing can produce enough cold air aloft, it can be 33 or 34 and still snowing across parts of eastern Massachusetts on late Saturday night. So that's something that we're going to have to be playing with the entire time. Overall, it's going to be moving fairly quickly, so that is also going to limit snow amounts. But because it's so strong, it's going to have some really powerful winds with it, certainly offshore. But even perhaps getting into eastern Massachusetts, sustained winds of 35 to 40 miles per hour may indeed be the case with gusts over 50. Now, if that weren't enough, there's another storm kind of on its heels that's coming through the Great Lakes on Sunday, bringing some snow and even some snow showers Sunday night again to parts of Pennsylvania and New York State. So snow showers again working into the same region that will probably get a little bit worked over with this weekend event. So stay tuned. Rapid fire, guys. I mean, this is an active pattern for at least a snowier time of it in the Northeast. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, good. They need it. All right, so Winter Storm Iola dumped as much snow before it gets to Massachusetts and New York. It's been in New Mexico and bringing an awful lot of snow there.
And joining us now is Melissa Doscher with the New Mexico Department of Transportation. And Melissa, thanks so much for joining us here. Now, in the past hour, we've heard through social media that a stretch of Interstate 10 is closed near Las Cruces. What can you tell us more about that situation?
Actually, it's very good news. They just opened the interstate there, but that area is just getting hammered right now. They don't see a lot of snow there in the Las Cruces area, so this is kind of a surprise. The whole southern part of New Mexico is pretty much getting hit right now. The road conditions down there are pretty bad, and just north of Albuquerque on I-25 all the way up to the Colorado state line, it is very bad. It's conditions for driving, we would discourage it.
All right, and also we've heard that parts of Interstate 40 were closed due to a crash west of Albuquerque. Now, is this winter storm to blame for that?
Actually, I just talked to our engineer out there, and they said that was not due to the weather. It was actually a semi and a car that collided, but they just opened the interstate there, too, within the past 5 minutes.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Melissa Doscher there with the New Mexico Department of Transportation. Of course, the advice staying off the roads at this moment. It's still a rough situation.
Oh, absolutely. Just getting hammered there. You won't believe the amount of snow they've had in Amarillo compared to so many Northeast cities combined. All right, let's show you what it looks like now. In New Orleans on the left, they've got rain to come. Dallas on the right, it is cold and wet and windy. And Alex is going to show us this rainy side of the storm and how much rain is coming. And it's a lot for some, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah, we're going to be tracking this over the next few as it works its way along the Gulf Coast. Now, what we've got ongoing in the setup here for us, we got the strong disturbance that's moving its way across portions of Texas. Out ahead of that here, we've got an area of low pressure developing along the Gulf Coast. That'll slide its way along the region with moisture in place. Well, those are the ingredients necessary for rain, and at times could be heavy. And that's what we've been dealing with here in eastern Texas, including Houston. Heaviest of the rains south and east of Dallas. So you're pretty much out of the heaviest of the rains, but not the case here as you head through East Texas into Louisiana. Shreveport, you're seeing rain. There's more coming in from the south of town. So travels along Interstate 20 and 10. Not a fun scenario at all. Windshield wiper weather, that is for sure. Tonight, we'll see that spread its way a little bit farther east. Jackson, Mississippi to Birmingham, Atlanta tonight. And into tomorrow sees that rain now getting into the Carolinas. Could even see a little bit of sleet and snow here in parts of western Tennessee, southern Kentucky. So heads up there. And the threat for some stronger storms in southern Georgia and northern sections of Florida. How much rain? Well, this goes through Friday night. And again, right close to the Gulf Coast, that's where the highest totals are expected to be. 2 to 3 inches, lighter amounts as you head north. More on Iola and the impacts next.
Attention, hip replacement recipients. If you had metal-on-metal hip replacement and suffered serious injuries or revision surgery, you may be entitled to a cash award. DePuy ASR and Stryker Rejuvenate and other hip replacement devices have been under FDA review. The FDA is aware of failures and dangers of all metal hip replacements and has raised concerns about high metal concentration in patients. Common injuries include early failure of the device, metal blood poisoning, bone fracture, dislocation, tissue damage from metal debris, and hip pain. If you had a DePuy ASR, Strike or Rejuvenate, or other metal-on-metal hip replacement implant and suffered serious injury or revision surgery, you may be entitled to a cash award. Time is limited. Call the number on your screen if you suffered serious injuries or revision surgery from your metal-on-metal hip replacement implant.
Call 1-855-262-8439 now. That's 1-855-262-8439.
Sending online flowers sucks. They lure you in with a $19.99 price, but somehow you end up spending $63.50 due to express fees and care charges and silly upsells like off-brand candy and stuffed animals. But that's just not you, you sophisticated, old-school, good-looking, modern traditionalist you. Books are cut on the day you order and arrive straight from our eco-friendly, sustainable farms, 10,000 feet above sea level, right on the equator, on the side of an active volcano. Seriously.
Atlantic Beach, Florida.
Oh, love it.
Houma, Louisiana.
Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas.
Been there.
Looneyville, Texas.
Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Phil and I go way back. Love that little animal.
Jim Cantori joins AMHQ starting Monday on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, plenty of sunshine. High 78. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy sky. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 80. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
It may seem strange, but people really can love their laxative, especially when it's Miralax. It hydrates, eases, and softens to unblock your system naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
Hi, this is Jennifer. I will be out of the office until Monday and won't be checking voicemail during this time. I'll reply just as soon as I get back to work.
Sail with the #1 cruise line in Alaska. Save up to $500 during our 50th anniversary sale. Call your travel consultant or 1-800-PRINCESS. Princess Cruises. Come back new.
Here are the keys, man. It's all mine.
Parenthood isn't gonna change me. I'll still see the guys every weekend and rock out in the basement. Please.
Hey, where are you?
I'm still king of this castle.
Lots of great features. You're gonna love the backseat pocket.
It's not like I'm gonna get a minivan.
Life can surprise you. So can an Allstate agent. Now they can save you $3,000 on a new car with the Allstate car buying service. The good hands are doing more than ever before.
Why do you want to shop Walmart's new selection of stylish frames? Because you need a surprisingly low price to match that surprising new look.
Oh, sorry. My ringtone.
The new frames and new styles you want are at the Walmart Vision Center, starting at $58. Walmart.
Hello, Pie Town, New Mexico. Winter Storm Iola just roaring to life in New Mexico yesterday with thunder snow. Iola will push from New Mexico all the way to Maine. Fortunately, though, Iola is winding down in New Mexico, but not without impacts. Temperatures should stay about 10 degrees below average, but Albuquerque's East Mountain schools are all closed. Just one of 100 active school closings and delays reported by the media. And the state reported at least one road closed in northeastern New Mexico as well. well. So where is this winter storm now? Here's Alex with the details.
Yeah, let's follow it here for us. Impacts, no doubt. And you can see showing up on the satellite view all these clouds that are streaming across parts of Texas into the lower Mississippi Valley. That's where we've got the bulk of our rain taking shape. Back towards the west, that's where we've got some colder air and some snow. Let's get in a little bit closer to the Houston area because it has been raining like cats and dogs. South of town, got a flash flood warning. That's for Brazoria, Galveston, and Harris counties until 3 o'clock local time. Some of those rain gauges measuring 2 to 3 inches of rain, and another inch or two is expected from this mess. So flash flood warnings in place. If you encounter ponding on the roads, please turn around and find another route to take. Alexandra?
All right, well, the rain just one part of this storm. The snow is, of course, another. You know, a snowy winter scene may look calm and beautiful, but all that snow really can pose a huge threat, especially to your home. Here's meteorologist Mark Elliott.
Typically, when you think about snow, you describe it as light or powdery or fluffy. In fact, we all know that just one snowflake weighs next to nothing. But when a lot of snowflakes come down, well, now you're talking about a weight that really adds up. So let's start off with a chore that most people dread during the winter, shoveling this wet, heavy snow. Each year, on average, more than 11,000 people go to the hospital because of injuries suffered while shoveling snow. And when things get covered in this much snow, that's when it can get even more dangerous. Standing inside this room, you wouldn't think I'd have any problems because of snow accumulation, but right above my head, that's where the real danger lies. A cubic foot of snow can weigh around 7 pounds if the snow is dry and fluffy, but could weigh over 20 pounds if it is wet and compacted. Now, 2 feet of snow over this entire roof would weigh 150,000 pounds. The weight above this room alone is the equivalent of 3 full-size grand pianos. That's enough weight to have the roof cave in, and that's why it's so important to remove the snow. And it's not just the flat roofs you have to watch out for. Pitched roofs can accumulate snow as well. Just look at this roof behind me. You get 2 feet of snow up there, and it's the equivalent of 9 heavy-duty pickup trucks on top of the roof. And when that amount of snow starts to slide, it can easily damage or destroy anything in its path. And that's why we tell you to watch out for those snow-covered roofs. Finally, when it comes to describing that sheer force of the weight of snow, nothing describes it more than the power of an avalanche. A typical avalanche can roll downhill at more than 60 miles per hour, bringing with it a wall of snow, ice, and other debris. And once it's rolling downhill, there is nothing that will stop that force from destroying anything in its path. Unfortunately, once those avalanche conditions are in place, it doesn't take much to trigger the event. Some more snow, rain, thunder, even a skier can bring down that avalanche. So next time you're watching those flurries weightlessly fluttering down to earth, remember, if you get too many of those flurries in one place, you can have massive problems. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Mark Elliott.
Oh, there's an energy crisis happening, all right. A human one. And it's time to fight it. With the good energy of Quaker Oats. It's how we help keep go-getters like you going and getting. One bite at a time. Try new Quick Steel Cut oatmeal for a heartier texture. Quaker Up.
The bouquet.
Now you should really increase your odds with eHarmony.com. We'll find the perfect guy for you.
Wow.
Stop waiting. Start communicating for free today.
You don't know your credit
I don't know my credit score.
That's really important. I mean,
I don't know my credit
Don't you want to buy a house, like, ever? You should probably check out Credit Karma. It's free.
Credit Karma. Free.
Credit Karma. Really free credit scores.
Hut. When it comes to losing weight, everyone has a number. And if you want to get your performance back and feel great, do what I did. One call and I lost it all. 22 pounds gone.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus kit. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist or your money back guaranteed.
Nutrisystem has everything you need to feel better, look better, and perform better at any age, faster than ever before.
I haven't felt this good in years. Thank you, Nutrisystem. I lost 8 pounds in the first week.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes and Craving Crusher shakes free. New food selections, new expert guides. Call now and lock in 2014 prices, and shipping is free.
Whether your number's 10 or 50, make the right call. Nutrisystem.
Call 877-398-SIZE now and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just sand.
There is something in the people, something in the sand, there's something in the air, something in the water, something in the night. It's called All Right, and it's something you can only find here. Jamaica, home of All Right.
Set your clock on 3 consecutive nights at 8 Eastern, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. We're bringing you expert tips to improve your game.
That was so thrilling!
Don't miss the Golf Fix, School of Golf and Lesson T Live, Monday through Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Golf Channel. Brought to you by Royal Palm Toyota. Shop now at royalpalmtoyota.com.
$56 to get your grab bags, but you must call 1-800-831-1156 or go online to grabbag.com.